social capital is the root of democracy in America. So we did a study in Austin recently that looked at civic health in the city of Austin. What we looked at were political participation, civic involvement, and social connectedness. Overall, we're looking at the intersection of social capital and civic health, and we're seeing lots of things to be excited about. We're looking at the work we did in Austin, measuring civic health, and looking at how it could be applied across major metropolitan areas across the state of Texas. Ultimately, what we do at the LBJ School is train the next generation of public policy leaders. I have students work with nonprofit organizations, city agencies, state agencies, as part of the curriculum in a service learning project that not only builds their skills, but builds their social capital, but also embeds them in the civic fabric of everyday life.
The focus of my research is on U.S. immigration policy. Well, the research I'm doing right now is for a book I'm writing called The Struggle for Fairness, and it focuses on the legislative and political battles to end race-based immigration. I'm working on a project looking at how foreign nationals become civically engaged, particularly as they become U.S. citizens and get involved in the political process. What I want to do for the students that take my classes is prepare them not only to engage in a national debate on what the future of U.S. immigration should be, but to be leaders in that debate and help framing how we go forward in reforming U.S. immigration policy. Last year, I took my students down to the Carnes Family Detention Center, where they got to see and talk with families who were in detention after fleeing from Central America. They got to see the setting that they were being incarcerated in. Getting experiences that bring you in direct contact with the issues that we're talking about is very important to moving forward as a good policy analyst.
I'm interested in evaluating what policies and interventions work in education, different aspects of it. I have a project looking at what happens when kids in Mexico go to better schools, what are the trade-offs there. I have a different project trying to figure out how systems can detect talent in the population regardless of socioeconomic background. And then I'm working on a different project on how do we find cost-effective ways to deliver non-formal ways of education to adults with low levels of literacy.
I believe government does good, and government's ability to do good is contingent upon its ability to attract good employees. Well, one of my main areas of interest is looking at the attractiveness of employment in the public sector and bureaucrat bashing in particular, and looking at how that's affecting the attractiveness of working in the public sector. Trust in government matters because the less people trust government, the less likely they are to comply with government. And it's a lot easier to decrease trust in government than to increase trust in government. The other major challenge that the public sector faces is that they have competition from other sectors. So the nonprofit sector and the for-profit sector are very aware of the fact that millennials in this particular case are really interested in doing good in society, and so they target their messages to showing these students that they can do good in society with the work that they do in that particular sector.